In today's digital world, where information flows freely and communication is key, journalists face an unprecedented challenge in disseminating the truth. Misinformation, data breaches, and unclear privacy laws create a daunting landscape for media professionals in Lebanon. Lebanon lags behind in data protection. Hence, we brought a journalist that works in the heart of Lebanon to speak freely about her experiences with journalism and disseminating private information to the public.
So hello everyone, today we have Lean with us that we're going to be interviewing, and Lean will be introducing herself.
My name is Lin Samboudi. I'm actually an LAU graduate. I am a journalist. I studied multimedia journalism, and currently I'm working at an online media outlet. It's called Issi Beirut, and this is Beirut. I'm working as a multimedia journalist and reporter.
Can you share a specific experience where you had to navigate the tension between the public's right to know and an individual's right to privacy?
Once, when I was a student, actually, I was enrolled in a fellowship program for journalism at a very well-known media outlet, and I had to do a tiny documentary about a corruption case that was happening in the country inside a public institution. And basically, this report was investigative, so some of it was actually very sensitive. And for me to get the true information and the right for the public to know, I had to do an interview with a worker who is actually working and an employee inside the institution. But this employee actually wanted to stay anonymous. And here, this was a bit of troubling because he was afraid to lose his job. So in that case, what we had to do was maintain the anonymity of the speaker, but at the same time, preserve the public's right to know. So what we had to do is, while we were shooting the interview, we only took his shoulder and the background without taking his face or his name, and that's just to protect his privacy while also preserving the public's right to know.
Okay, so for our final question, it would be, how do you approach obtaining informed consent from individuals before publishing potentially invasive information?
Okay, so for sure, before we go do a report or even publish, when we want to go and take testimonies from people, what we do is actually we tell them about the topic. In very sensitive cases, we tell them what exactly we're gonna publish. Sometimes we ask them if they wanted to be if they wanted to be published. And in some cases, the speaker might tell us that, I didn't think that we're gonna record this on camera, or I didn't think that this was gonna be recorded on audio. I would prefer for it to only be written, or I don't want it to be on camera, I only want it to be audio. So at this point, we respect his right to privacy, and what we do is, if he wants it audio, for example, and it's a video, we only put the snippet of an audio. Or if he only wants it written, we put our own voiceover with the story of that person. And most of the cases, we try to avoid invading the privacy of the speaker, because at some point, this shows the credibility of the media outlet that we're working with, and it could put us in danger, especially if the speaker does not want his private information to be leaked to the public. In case the speaker does not approve the private information to be leaked to the public, then we have to look for another speaker, or in most cases we use an anonymous name or another name about the story of that person, for example Jane or John Doe, and or we put only the initials of the person. Sometimes we claim, or we declare that the person does not want their profile to be known, but this is not very much credible, because sometimes it creates a clash between the public's right to know and the privacy of the individual, because the public sometimes, in order to trust the media outlet, they would actually want to know the real story or the true story. And here we try to not only base our examples on one person, sometimes we try to talk to other people who do not mind their privacy being talked about, or we try in very severe cases to do what we have to do, but let the public know about the pressing issue that we're facing, so that no one gets left behind.
Lean, we wanted to thank you so much for doing this interview with us, and thank you as well for your honesty and your actually real experiences that on hand happened with you during journalism.
Thank you.
Not only that the data breaches have been affecting journalists, it has been also been affecting citizens as myself, where every time I want to go online, I get scared because I know that someone is maybe watching me. This is evident in the case of the school in south of Lebanon, where its whole information was leaked to the public. We had information, financial information, we had information about the parents and information about the students. This is evident in the absence of clear rules and regulations against data breaches in Lebanon.